Alright, welcome on back everyone to the stream. Hey Leonis, good to see you. I did already tell you hello, but you get two this eve. Alright, welcome in everyone. We are back on in with some Age of Wonders 4. We are picking up where we left off with our Crocodile Warriors of Nurgle. Look at these big old chunky boys. And surprisingly, they're only a tier, this is only a tier 1 mount. He has no extra special things for being a crocodile, so as soon as we get something a little bit better, we'll probably trade them on out. Last we left off, our Droth the Blighted here, ruler of the Gallows Tree, has gotten a couple of items under his belt here. Army's starting to level up as well. Angel of Light, good to see ya. Good to see ya. And then we had also, like I said, we were building his army up. We've got this pretty interesting looking creature here that is able to steal units from enemy armies, which is pretty great. And if you're actually in the battle with them, you get to snatch them on up and add them into your little armies yourselves, which is fantastic. You do have to recruit them, which is a bit unfortunate, but it's been pretty fun so far. So the Gallows Tree is building up nicely. We can come on into this little nice map to actually see everything that's being built. So we've got all these provinces. As you build up, you see there is a population number, and as you build that population number up, you get to claim more and more provinces for yourselves. And every time you do, you get to choose an improvement that is built there, similar to how you would in other 4X games there. So we've got farms built up, lumber yards, the likes. Each of them is going to give you different yields that you can see in your city proper. So your food is going to be used to gain new population points. Your production is going to be used to build up city structures. Draft is going to be used for recruiting units, and stability keeps the order. There'll be gold for actually building units, or recruiting units and building city structures. Mana for casting spells and summoning in new units. And knowledge for researching new skills from your tomes, which this game has a little bit of a different and interesting research tree system where you are going through and researching magical tomes that are going to be unlocking you new spells, new units, and if I can see the library here, awesome. And they'll actually be changing how your civilization develops as well. Different tomes have different alignments that are associated with different, show me all the different alignments. There we go. So you've got your shadow, which is mostly based around evil and being sneaky, and necromancy and the like. So lots of ice spells, necromancy, that kind of stuff. Nature for your typical tree huggery, and growth. Astral affinity just for slinging spells. This is also usually tied to lightning damage. Chaos affinity is just about being evil and swarming the world with a whole bunch of nasty little buggers. Materium is about building up tall, and it's usually what you will do. You'll see lots of golems and kind of terraforming spells and the like. Hey, Zach, good to see you. Swamp is love, swamp is life, absolutely. Our crocodiles allow us to get around quite quickly. We also have the order affinity, which is kind of your last one. It's about being good, and it allows you to kind of evolve your lads into angels later on, which is quite cool. Gives them wings, lets you fly around, that kind of thing. We'll go ahead and hide the library here, and just get right on into it. Also, I can show you guys kind of some of the things I've been working on in the background. We're not going to have the camera up the whole time here, but hang on, let me show you all what I've been doing. Where are you at, camera? We'll activate, and hello everybody. Good to see you for the first time. We're not going to be doing this. I've got several things to kind of work out with the settings, but we have a webcam, and we'll be trying to get this going for the future. But for now, know me. All right. Also, this light is incredibly bright. I'm turning this thing off. Otherwise, I'm way too pasty to be on the camera. It washes out too much. So we've got to have myself a lovely little light. Alright, so we are here at the end of the turn. So my plan for now is we're grabbing our kind of one hero. Heroes are also your only ability to found new cities. They're kind of your only units that have the ability to. Nice, Angel of Light. Thank you. Thank you indeed. So we're going to move on over to this area, and then you can see, you just look at all the areas you can build up an outpost. And an outpost is kind of your progenitor city. So it doesn't actually build up a city similar to the Gallows Tree that builds up population. It's going to just be a camp that you have to then upgrade over time to a full-blown town, which is quite fun. We're basically just going to put it in right here, and we're going to start grabbing up a lot of these items, and it's close enough to this wonder here, where one of the special things in Age of Wonders is the wonders themselves. which are kind of dungeons that you can go on in, and they have different events, different battles. Sometimes there are no battles, and it's just an event. And either way, you usually get units and a couple of awesome yield bonuses too. It unlocks a Crack the Vault single-use action, which trades 500 of your mana for 500 knowledge. You know what we like more than Lamborghinis? Knowledge. You also get to summon in progenitor golems, which that looks like a tier 5 unit. Yeah, we haven't come anywhere near that, so cool stuff. But you have to come on in and actually clear it. This one's a gold wonder, which there are 3 tiers of wonders, and gold just so happens to be the strongest. So we're going to need to definitely build up a little bit before we try to take that one on. Our current army could likely take on a bronze one and come out on top. We would likely take a good bit of damage, but a silver and gold, those get a little bit spicy. Alright, so that's pretty much everything we are going for this turn. We've made a few friends and 2 extra enemies here too, because everyone we've come across so far, we can't even see them now. If they're up here somewhere, they despise us. They met us and declared war immediately. And then we saw this other faction over here, which is made up of some fairly evil-looking peacocks named Harrington. And the Harrington peacocks they're angry lads, so they declared war on us immediately. Which, they're evil, so this does seem in line for their character. We'll come on back down to where our squad is, and we'll just end the turn here. Turns are fairly fast, and actually before I do, let's see about spells. Entwine Thrall, we've got plenty of mana, so let's go ahead and summon one of these on in. We can do so right next to either do so next to one of your heroes, or next to one of your cities. We'll just do so here. They can travel together. You can only carry 6 units in a total army, but you can have a total of 3 armies kind of working together in a battle, and they'll reinforce all in the same battle. So it's good to travel in little doom stacky packs. Orders required. We can kind of send you out to do a little bit of scouting, but we don't want them to get too far ahead. Stay on the road there if you can. Sweet. So how are you all doing this afternoon? Also, let me know how the audio mix is sounding. I did think that our poor unfortunate scout here was going to get clapped. Can't retreat, so there's no escape there. If you can hear me fine, go ahead and put Nurgle there in the chat. Otherwise, I'll probably drop the volume on them just a little bit. I realize the death of that unit there was a wee bit loud. Oh, yeah, we can see the other civilizations we've met. So this was the Valerie of House of Vernos, the Rude Elves. Also evil. So again, it's in line with their character. And we also have these other Phoenix magicians, whom we haven't tried to negotiate with. They don't seem to like us very much, so by very much, they have a lot of grievances against us for some reason. I think this was the last stream where we tried to speak to them in bird speak and completely failed, so we offended them greatly, so that is how it works sometimes. We've got our library produced on up. Now they're working on a wizard tower that'll give us more Imperium and give me a place to live. Imperium is your kind of your general resource for building up cities and in speeding your empire development and your negotiations there in trade. So your empire tree here actually gives you extra buffs, and you get more of these as you gain your different affinities. So your general affinity just counts all of them that you have total. Nature is of course nature, and then we've got astral. So these are the 2 that we're working on right now. And if it is highlighted here, that means it is active. Pretty sure I grabbed the soil tenders, but maybe I hadn't yet. I also may be wrong. Maybe the ones that they're highlighted there that are actually active. I believe that is the case. So what I'm going to do here is grab the fruitful integration, which is going to allow us to found new cities a little bit faster. And they'll also have 1 more population when they do so. They'll use 100 of our Imperium, and that'll give us that trait. You can also use Imperium just to give yourself population, so if you don't want to wait 2 turns, you can just go ahead and use that 30. And now you've got yourself an extra province to annex. You just want to be careful that you don't drop below, I think it's 10. Yeah, as long as you're in neutral, you don't have any debuffs at all. You want to get up into stable and orderly, that way you start getting some really nice buffs to your different yields, but we'll be chilling out here with neutral for now. The Peacock of Doom. Yeah, we'll be dealing with the Doomcock soon, won't we? We'll leave these warriors here. We also have, since we have so many wars, here's some of them that are coming over here after us. Army of Valerie. Some mercenaries. Drive back. Ignores 50% of defense and has a 90% chance of inflicting mark. I don't like that at all. Not one bit. So we need to go over here and get this city founded quickly. So they are actually close enough that I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of experience. You can see how there's a little red hex. Units will reinforce one another as long as they are within those different hexes there. So it's a 3 away from whatever the battle is. And like I said, you can bring 3 armies with you at a time. Hey, Timosha. Damn, Festus lost some weight. He hasn't. Well, he's been riding around on a crocodile, and it's a lot of work. A lot more work than having a bunch of nurglings carry you around in a chair. I will auto that combat, and please don't... Ooh, you tried. You know what, we'll go ahead and retry this one so I can show you all how the combat works. Hooray. So even after any kind of auto-resolve, you can just go ahead and if you hit retry, it just sends you into a manual battle. And the best way I can describe this is very similar if you've ever played Banner Saga. Because I haven't played anything else that has this kind of similar hex style turn-based combat, but I know there's plenty. I haven't personally played them. So you have your different units, and they've all got different abilities that you see down here. You can either move, you can actually rotate, because you can flank units if you strike them in the sides or in the back. So if you move to an area and you really don't want to be hit from the side, there's units that you're particularly worried about, you can turn yourself to face them. You can go into defense mode, which gives you more defense, of course. You can go ahead and attack, and you have a certain number of attacks based on the number of action points you have left. And you will be using those action points to both move and use all of your different abilities. So you'll see as we move, it'll show you exactly how many of the little dots are highlighted. That's how many of those action points are being used. So it's pretty swell little system. I'm gonna move Papa Droth over here. Try to bring the majority of the enemy's troops this direction with us. Bring the blow dart guns, the creepy flying death eels, and these sap monsters. I don't know, if you get too close to them, their heads are like, they're liquid almost, so they're a thrall made of sap and thorns. They're horrifying. We've got our lads that are wearing crocodile skins and have, not sure exactly what these axes are made of, bone or teeth or what they're made of, but they've got some awesome axes. The Lightbringers were those horrifying eel monsters we saw. We've got our Animus, which can summon in crocodiles later on, and also can heal our lads. And then we've got the blow darts, which are similar to your chameleon skinks, but they can basically shoot someone right next to you, and they bounce backwards to 3 spaces. So even if someone is able to close the gap, they still have ways to disengage, which is pretty nice. Because normally your ranged units, if they get close the gap on, they have no way of escaping, unless they want to move away and get hit in the face. It looks good to me, so we'll go ahead and what we'll do to start off then is give us some healing. So healing also in your battles is never permanent. So whatever you heal in the battle just goes away at the end. You have to heal by ending turns in either neutral or friendly territory. Hey, Postman Malone, good to see ya. Too many ops, not enough Dracos? Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. See, I would hand every single one of these guys a Draco, and they'd be so much more scary. It may not be what you're talking about, but that's what I'm talking about now. Let's go ahead and give this guy the healing. And the Rising Fury you see is a special trait that comes only... This is also very loud in my own ears. That is specific for the kind of culture we are playing here, where they have a buff that once you hit up to tier 5 of these stacks, you get an extra little ability that gives you extra poison damage, and you have the ability to give someone some diseases, which... that's what you get. So we'll just move our skirmisher to here, and I'll stop explaining. Everyone will drop in a defense mode that can. Exchanged. Or Skink Bros. Well, the Skink Bros now have extra poisonous darts. They're even better. And this is also quite... I think I've seen the AI in most games has gotten quite a bit either better or just more squirrely. Really scared of taking some damage. So we also have these combat spells that we can use. You can see we have a certain number of spell points that we're able to use. So for the entire combat, this is the number you're able to use. So you can see each one uses a certain number, so it'll be 15. Once you use that all up, it's similar to your Winds of Magic where you can't gain any more. So you have ways of boosting that with your skills or your other overall technology. But here we just have 65. And then you have your mana, so you'll have to be using both to cast. This one regenerates every single combat. This one is replenished through different means on the campaign and stuff. So we will begin by casting no spells. Yes, indeed. I just want to see how far they can move. We may just allow them to close the gap. We'll sit here. Horrifying snake monster. Want to pull you back, maybe a couple. And then turn around. We'll be good defensive then. Come and face me. Looks like we're throwing hands with some chicken monsters. Oh, they poisoned my poison boys. And they're all in on taking down those skirmishers. What we will do then is give them a poison blast. That's what I eat. This unit can turn other units against them as long as we get a little bit closer. So we'll move about here, then we can take over. 90% chance. Let's take over this horrifying bush monster. It's a Bulbasaur gone very wrong. Ooh, that's mine now. Thank you. Go ahead and give them a couple smacks. Can we not? Oh no, they did. Cool. Animation is a little bit wonky. Oh, line of sight. How did you guys have line of sight? Fair enough. Let's go ahead and blast the poison needles on this way. And one of the other abilities we gave our guys here, they're mana addicts. So since we're basically kind of trying to show off kind of demonic cultists, they have started to make the transformation to demons. So if we're not casting spells every single turn, they actually start losing morale, which is great. Which is great. What we will do then, because these guys are likely to come over here and fight our Lightbringers, is we'll give them regeneration. But as a positive, we get lifesteal, which I should have remembered here. That's fine. Let's bring you guys to this zone of control. We'll bring the leader around to flank. Oh, maybe these guys are immune to being flanked. That's something spears have access to. All our units specialists in taking out large threats and cavalry and can counter shock charge units. Ah, I see. So first strikes, they're going to hit first if someone's swinging on them. So if you get hit and you have an action, you will always retaliate at least once if you can. Or if they don't have an ability that stops it, they just get hit first. Cool. Not affected by charge, and then more damage against large targets. So let's hit them first with the protectors. Pipe and beat what they are. Anyone ever played the original older titles? I remember playing Age of Wonders 2 when I was in school, and I never did. Remember, this was I was kind of surprised. This was my first foray into Age of Wonders. I've been pretty impressed. Not a bad one at all. Keep building up those stacks. Let's bring our... Yeah, skirmisher's not in a great spot. We'll bring them around. And turn. Oh no, one of our horrifying eels. They go to stab, they get yoinked right back. Now the disease, see, you get what you deserve. You touch the boobos, boys. You gain the boobos. I'm not gonna worry about casting these spells, we'll just finish them off here. This turn should. The ravens tend to be fairly weak, so let's go after the ravens. 65% chance to hit. Some units don't take up, so if you see their blast just takes one action no matter what, so they don't fire multiple times, but your other units, like darters, you'll see it kind of stacks up with these little half moons, and that just shows you they'll fire as many times as they have access to action points. Out here, then we get 2 shots in. You have a chance of missing out or just hitting your units entirely, which is nice and fun. He's poisoned though. Retaliation, but they weren't even through our temporary, so we axe some chickens and meat's back on the menu. Maybe not these crows though. Let's move to here and give them a blast that we're not hitting friendlies. We got to see that happen last stream a little bit. There we go. The fall of the vultures. You get the slow-mo chop. And there's some battles there. So some units have the ability to evolve. We'll see if I can show that off. Similar to Pokemon. So we stole this time the Floral Stinger, but we don't really have the mana to recruit it. It's going to cost 150, so we'll just go ahead and we'll decide later. Get ourselves a piercing mage lock. Oh, it's a rifle. Am I allowed to use the rifle from the back of our gator? Listen, we're gonna start the world's first alligator dragoons. Oh no, you have to be on foot. I mean, I think that's fine. We'll deal with it. Now we've got ourselves a mage lock. So it weakens them, it taunts the enemy, it poisons them, it has piercing. So it's going to ignore 50% of defense, ignore resistance, and give us the good old Rising Fury. What does weaken do? They do less damage? Interesting. We have to try it for at least one battle here. Now for our skill points. Lightning weapons come on down to not battle magic. What about support? Inspiring leader drops upkeep. I like upkeep production. Healing's cool too, but let's drop upkeep first. Whether it is what we got when we failed to talk to the birds. Nurgle didn't quite give us the right words to use. We offended them deeply. Alright, let's keep failing this fog of war here. We've got some cartographer, embedded words of a cartographer exploring the world. Let's do it. Then I'm going to send you there, Scout, into the underground. I think it's quite cool about this game is it has 2 whole layers to it. So you've got your above ground, you've got your underground. Where you come on down here, and as long as you have the technology, you can dig through areas of Earth. I don't know if we're able to just yet. We may have to wait a turn. Offense is out of reach. Maybe just none of these are able to be excavated. Like, you gotta dig your way through the underground, but there's all sorts of different fun things to discover. Perhaps even a Balrog. If we get lucky. Alright. So we can take the single hit to stability, so let's go ahead and attract some extra population here. We shall... This herbalist here is just benefiting from everything that is or I believe it's forest or swamp. No more improvements besides. I'm gonna look for the others. There's a gold mine up here. There's a wonder for us over here, which we should probably reach out and grab. There's actually a couple of good ones. Let's go for the extra farm here. We'll just kind of slowly reach on out. This isn't probably the best place for it, but it's the place we're going for. He'll just come on up here to the north. Keep moving up. We'll have to kind of cleave through a bunch of roving banditos, the little red markers show where, so you've got your normal marauders with the black flags, which kind of stand on points and guard them and don't move and don't initiate combat. You've got guys in the red that will actively hunt you and try to throw hands. Rose, you come on down and help. You two, let's bring everyone up together. And like I was saying earlier, so some units like the Lesser Snow Spirit here, as you gain more experience points through combat or whatever other means you might have, they will eventually, once they hit max rank, as long as this tooltip will stay here, come on now, evolve into something even larger, so a tier 3 unit. And a lot of your animals or spirit units have the ability to do so, which is pretty cool. I don't know if the Entwined Thrall can, but it does indeed. It turns into a protector. It's a shield unit. So it fully changes the type of unit it is from a skirmisher to sword and board that heals. Alright, we'll dismiss you. We have nowhere near the mana for that. Definitely our next deal we need to focus on. I'm sorry. What are these things? From above the realm's branching treetops, a mechanical shriek announces the attack of the Warden Manuhari. Imbued with life by the ancient Krasura, the powerful progenitor golem is the god protector of Manuhari, assaulting trespassers or invaders of the realm without mercy. According to the Krasuran myth, it once defeated the Obsidian Worldworm. See, that doesn't tell me anything, but this thing looks, it's like a Skarmory on crack, and through this achieved immortality. The ancestral army of the progenitor golem has been sighted in the grasslands east of Hex Point. Then let them come. I want to deal with this. Oh good, more angry birds. The voice of reason. Speaking with a melodic voice, Guy Rax Scrand. You have yourself a name, sir. He is able to Death Blast and Quick Stab. Of the Krasura is requesting an audience with you, the Pox Lord. I have heard of your good intentions, Droth. Yes, Nurgle definitely has good intentions, don't worry about it. These gifts are positive. Allow me to welcome you and your grandfather's chosen on Manuhari. The Birdman performs an elaborate series of wing beats. You must excuse the Yakura. She is wise beyond comprehension, but the memories from millennia of betrayal and suffering can be a burden on her. I am just a simple counselor, but now that the Everdark has ended, my people will need to relearn to trust and cooperate with foreigners, or we will perish in this changed world. He's a nice man, even though he looks definitely like an evil usurper, where the worlds of the sky beyond are rearranged. I trust your words of peace. And we haven't been saying words of peace at all, but he's here for it. But the Yakara will not be so easily persuaded. There might, however, be a way. Get some knowledge. And we need to listen to what he proposes. Okay, a trial of the ancients. We need to do trial of fealty, wisdom, leadership. So there's 3 of them, fair. There is a ritualistic trial, he explains, which anyone aspiring to become the new Yukara has to undergo, so we can usurp them. Oh, this is very Nurgly chieftain. I'm here for it. During this trial, the candidate's character will be put to the test by spirits of our ancestors. Gyrex holds out a silvery feather and it leaves it to the wind. Trial has never been attempted by a foreigner. The rules do not explicitly forbid it, and I have confidants amongst the trial wardens who would ensure that you're allowed in. Heck yeah, been in rules. If you experience and pass the trial, he predicts the Yukara will be open for your peace negotiations. Or we could just annihilate them. You have proven your worth. Now we'll go ahead and undergo the trial, sure. We're a more sneaky cult than one would expect. You look mean. An iron golem. Look at that shield. And a whirly mace. The whirling gives it a +3 penetration, guaranteed. Reinforced shield defense. You seem like a menace. I say good day, sir, and I build an outpost. I will bring these crows up to... They do nothing, we just need to hang out. Get some healing going. Looks like we're pretty even here, but if we have everyone fighting together, we should be able to beat them. Respond to a hero's offer to join. We just need a little bit more gold. Here's the thing, do we bring in one of the feathered stargazers? This one's nice and arrogant. You are a sniper. These are the gold feathered birds, that's how we know they're friendly. Nanu the wolf is the most nurgly of all of you. Alright, so the little bit of gold we have left, we definitely need to try to boost up our mana a bit here. So we can go for this shrine, gives us 10 more. Take 2 turns. A channeling tower, a Fey water pond. We have 2 foresters here, so we'd gain just 6. Huh. Okay, we really need to build into a place that has a ton of forest if we're gonna go for one of those. Let's just go for inside the settlement, a shrine itself. There we go. And then we can build up Imperium to grab the natural recovery. So we definitely need some heals if we're gonna be at war with this many factions all at the same time. Scouts, do your thing. Oh, we have found a safe ward. Watchtower will reveal even more of the fog of war here. Oh, apparently we didn't properly meet them before. These guys are wearing all the bronze armor. The Guild Master Gio Proudright of the Free City of Safeward addresses you with a professional formality. Ah, new potential business partner. It is fantastic to make your acquaintance, Froth the Blighted. I know that if we cooperate, Safeward can help you build great things, or destroy them. See, now you're talking. Give Gio Proudright one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations. See, I don't have one right now. But where's my other city that we're working towards being friends with? Helix Hold here, is it? Pact of Loyalty in 3 turns. Let's get the Pact of Loyalty and then we'll send it up to the others. You guys look... What is this beak format you got going on here? This seems highly illogical. They're probably vampires. I don't trust it. So you stay here and defend, and everyone else... Yeah, so you just will set up on defense. We'll have our crows. Hang out for a turn. Ooh, free production. Can we do the excavating here? Or province is out of reach. Do we just need to be closer to it? Oh, okay, yes, you do. You just can't excavate all of them. Fair enough. Is this a... It is indeed. It is a Rapidash. Hello there, Rapidash. Someone left him down in the dark a little bit too long. There's something wrong with this one. Alright, come on back down to the Gallows Tree to the dirt. A nice 11 population. Alright, so these weird golems have decided just to sit and do nothing, which I'm absolutely here for. I thought I put you on... This will keep you on the crocodile until it's time to fight. We can give you the mage lock. Alright, so that army was dirtling around up here, but now we've lost them again. Getting a scout up that way is probably not a bad call. Oh, hang on now. Who are you guys? Part of a quest. Which quest is it? That's the Eye of the Manohari. That's defeating the Krazura. That's gotta be one of the different. It's gotta be one of the different trials there. We see this one? Trial of Fealty. Yeah, that's the Trial of Fealty. And the Phoenixes have declared a right. I think this is an official announcement that I, Yakura, consider you an enemy. That's very polite of you, but also why? Neat. Thanks for telling me. Alright, so let's first deal with this bit of nonsense. I think we can handle these guys without losing too many, so let's bring Zikros up. And the Droth up. Oh, really? As your troops approach, the band of mercenary bald eagles, they raise the white flag. You were hired by a rich merchant to look after the banner. Alright, fair enough. The leader of the gang, a defender, explains. We expect you to protect it from roaming scoundrels, not against a full-fledged assault. Please accept our surrender and let us go. I don't really want to be a good guy, but that's what you get for becoming mercenaries. Get them. Yeah, we'll go ahead and fight this one, otherwise we'll take a good bit of damage. Alright, peasants. Bring it. Oh, you stand together, do you? What are these birds got going on? Would this unit B inflicts 20% more damage for standing next to a unit with stand together? Fair. They're elusive, so they get more defense against retaliation and opportunity attacks. Fair. This sucker's got a heavy shield, he's light-footed. Shield defense, and stand together, of course. Sorry, this unit will become cavalry? Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, no, I see. I thought he was going to become a horse for someone to ride around on himself. While I'm musing, that's definitely not what's happening here. Alright, so before we launch ourselves into the fray, let's do the heals. I'm gonna do some heals on these. Use some spiritual healing. I'll draw off advance to these position. Our other vector right next to. Go ahead and speed combat animations up just a bit. Bring the Lightbringer around. Our darts behind the squad. Actually, we don't want them. It's too late now. There are AoE attacks we have to worry about here. Alright, that'll be the turn. Good boys march. Eager to be fried. Go for just a vine prison. Yeah. Welcome, Wiggly boys. They can't move. Okay, what we'll do is just set up behind the vines then. Blink, we can cast more spells. Nah, we're good. You can move about here and still be safe. The mage may still be able to hit you, but it's good. We'll have the thrower move to here. Pretty much everyone else can just stay in position. We'll widen the field a bit with these crows. Mage up here. Bring it on. Let's see what they do to the... Oh, slice their way through the vines because they're rude. The horror. Well, you managed to resist it. It did distract him for a full turn, though. The spearmen are going to be a little bit annoying. Let's see if we can turn one of them to our side. 90% chance, let's do it. That's the way. He gets stabbed in the face, well, fair, but his job. Make these mages blind. Not today, apparently. We'll go ahead and flank these clowns. Fury of the Mire crocodiles all charged up now. Blast these guys. Mage, you can move about to here. We'll go ahead and go for their mage unit. Hit him with some poison. Definitely their most dangerous units. We'll get rid of their mage. No AoE on their side, so we shouldn't really take much damage now. Excellent. We will lose a little bit of morale because no spells were cast this turn, but we only have 11 mana total, so not really something I want to do. Oh, rude. Going after the crows. Going after their allies. Perfect. Love to see it. Get multiple melee hits in on that one unit. Retaliate. They'll retaliate. What if we flank them? And they absolutely won't. Lovely flank. Stabbed right in the back. Let's see if the crows can... Well, I want to finish them off and not take damage, so, that'll do. Magical poison lime jello splashes for the victory. Peasant pikeman. Get out of here, you. Now for the coming fight, we will switch over to the piercing mage lock. To confirm it, of course. We got more skills. Lightning weapons. We've already got poison weapons. You can only have one. At least I'm pretty sure. Well, science, we could find out. We also have all sorts of good stuff down here, though. So, Fey Blessing grants a stack of Clinging Mist. Spiritual Healing? Oh, definitely. That also allows us to pass out the Boon of the Mire Crocodile buff. Well, we didn't actually take that much damage, so I'm going to fall back. Let us replenish a bit, and then we'll fight. See, we can turn off the murder hobo tendency sometimes. Locking and shuffling skills cost 50% less. Research city structures cost 25% less gold and production build. You're going to need Imperium for Right of the Last Stand. Each city in your empire loses one population, but immediately summons a three tier 1 units. Alright then. And then the diplomatic focus giving us an additional Whispering Stone. This will be the one we go for then. You do need Imperium to turn your outpost into cities proper too. Gold. Since we have enemies coming on in, we do want to get these arcane battlements in, or the archer ones in quite soon. That way you have some extra defenses, and you'll be able to actually deploy them on the battle map too, which is pretty full. They may auto deploy for you, but you still have defenses that are there on your side of the field. Meyer Megalith. For adjacent swamp province. Where this herbalist is great. This province here will also continue to slowly transform everything around it into swamps. So that's what the megalith does. One of these here does though. Let's snag in. Man, it's still looking pretty suspect. Let's go storehouse for more growth. And we'll see after that. Is this... Oh, I couldn't grab it. It's just a cartographer, so it's not as exciting as it could be, but we'll take it. Dark layer. Full of apparently unicorns. An ancient cavern that heralds from the time of this world's creation during an era when dragons and giants molded the very lands into physical form. Within these natural sanctuaries, the first creatures found shelter as the world outside violently settled into place. To this day, the cave itself remains a sanctuary for those that are able to find their way to it. Counts as a quarry, 2 mana per quarry in city domain. You get storm scale serpents and plague serpents. Fair enough. Keep exploring though. Can we excavate anything over here? We can excavate this province. And so we shall. Alright, back up to the surface then. And turret. I'm sorry, what? Oh no, the Skarmory. Hang on now. Go away. Reach bolt. Oh, that's just your basic attack. What it does AoE damage. That's lovely. Yeah, fighting you is gonna be a nightmare.
Huh?
A risky battle, is it? You don't say. You can't really leave the elbows to get blown up though, so. Time to see if we got what it takes. Astral Wisp. So let's make sure that everything in this squad is expendable. We also have to be aware that this boy here might decide to come on out and... Wait, hang on now. I might have been scared of this one for no reason. He's got a black flag. Okay, cool. It's just the Skarmory of Doom then. I'm sorry, what? Progenitor Golem. This had better be a unit I get access to at some point. They're fearless, heartless, a juggernaut, reinforced. You're horrifying. Up to 3 random enemies and their allies sustain lightning damage. Always hits. Okay, what is being sealed happen? Cannot move or act. Doesn't count as being in battle. Well, this whole battle here is on a timer. Awesome. Let's do it. Let's just because I'm curious. What does auto combat think? We lose. All right, this is all going to come down to if I can convince one of these golems to change teams here. Alright, well we will start by staying here and... Why can't I heal? Oh no, he can't heal. That's me. We'll go ahead and heal up you. Thank goodness we brought our elephant gun. We are gonna need it. Let's not stand adjacent to one another. Give the healing to Boss Hog here. Don't want to be adjacent to one another, so come across. How far can this big nasty monster move? Which it looks amazing, but wow, that can go a very long ways. And this looks to be anywhere on the map. 3-turn cooldown makes that happen quite often. Alright, game, I don't care about this golem anymore, thanks. Is it confused? There we go. I thought we really, really cared about legendary Skarmory there. Nowhere's safe. Putting the turn there. Bring it on, beasties. How close do I have to get Triand so we can Vine Prison? But that's all of our that'd be all of our magic in one go there. And there's no more healing. That'd be really close. Indeed. Well, it does a ton of damage if it lands. Emphasis on if. Just be a little bit sneaky then. Try to stay one hex apart. Big Nasty's gonna be big and nasty regardless of what we try here. Come on down this way. Let's keep falling back just a little bit. Draw them towards us. We can try to surround, and that's really all there is to it. We're gonna have you take aim. Not enough action points. Fair enough. We shall just do the turn then. Lose a little bit of morale too, because we're addicted to mana. That just hits 3 targets regardless. Fair. I guess it's not that much damage, thankfully, but every 3 turns, I'm not going to enjoy that. Oh, we can't affect the golem. Awesome. Let's come to here and see if we can't affect these little fellas. Join me. 80% accuracy. Take aim. Your fancy rifle. And then shoot a hole in this guy. That's a pretty glorious sounding effect there. Let's go ahead and drop down the Vine Prison. Something like this looks about right. There we go, they're completely surrounded. We've got... I should have done the other way around. Lifesteal's amazing. They're definitely not taking as much poison damage. Can we hit them with the lightning? This clown has got lightning. Oh, they've all got lightning weakness. I'm gonna focus the progenitor golem then. Man. Alright, let's move up to about here and we'll rotate. How far can you move? Oh, it's got the ranged attacks. Ah, everyone's a target. Here, move here. Only 25% chance to hit everyone in that square, which is not bad. We spiritual heal. No, he's already maxed out. Let's go for the other animus then. That way we can try to give them the summoning ability for the crocodile as soon as we can. As soon as they hit tier the 5 stacks, they can go for a summon of a primal crocodile, which is just a tier 2 unit, but we'll take it. Who hasn't moved? Show me. He's fine. He's fine. Crows are also good. Oh, he took out 2 sets of vines by himself. They didn't get... Alright, fair enough. They're gonna go stab the traitors. No, but they do some damage to everyone there. Alright, such is the way. Give him a poison blast. You're still protected by these vines here. So for at least one more turn, we're safe. Spiritual healing. Oh, this is nice. Keep them going. Lose the ability to do some blasting, but I think that's fine. We're gonna get hit by the swipe attack coming over here, but we can get a 90% hit here, so let's do it. A little bit of a double zap, take down one of those golems. All 3. Resist all you want, that is fine. Over here, crows. Operation Distraction is a go. Close the gap, which is something I was not super thrilled about doing. We'll go ahead and blast it with some... It's immune to poison. That resisted the freeze, but it did slow it down. Rising Fury. Get this thing with a death by 1,000 cuts. Poison blast here. And then next turn we'll go for the lifesteal with the spells. Wanted to try to last as long as we could, so we'll see if we have to use them any at all. Don't like not being able to hit the golems properly without having to stand right next to one another. When do you get your... Can't use it for 3 turns? We got plenty of time then. Oh, they're going away next turn. Should have figured that. Choose zaps. One of them on the adjacent, so the other one still has the adjacent damage. Alright, fair enough. Move these. lucky sunflowers and get 2 strikes. Hey, Rogue Kaiser, welcome on in. What is Age of Wonders and what is it about? See, now from what I can gather, it is about a multiverse that is inhabited by these godlike entities known as Godir that are either good or they all have kind of their own different. What am I? They have their own kind of different desires, wishes, and that sort of thing. So not all of them are good. Some of them are good, bad, and neutral. And they kind of go out and they either conquer or they just go to the different realms and just kind of explore. So the bad ones are all about conquering different realms, and that tends to cause all sorts of different problems. But you're basically just building up a civilization to either conquer a realm or be a uber duper good guy. It's the best way I can describe it is it's very much like a fantasy civilization, where you build your own civilization and then you kind of put them to the test. Alright, we're gonna get hit by them again, unfortunately. That's alright. Let's kill this group. That way we can then shoot the lightning with little sprites. I realized because I was explaining, I forgot to go for the spells. Any excuse I could use here. Like crows, come over here and try to blind this astral monstrosity. Can't be poisoned, but we can still hit it with a melee or a ranged attack. As far as this one goes, Snow Spirit, I'd like you to try to survive, so it's a run. So here in our campaign, for example, well, we're not doing the greatest job as role-playing as Nurgle, but we're just kind of, we're being a Nurgle cultist that has infested this jungle world with our swamp-riding crocodile men. So your different civilizations will have different... Ooh. Okay. The disrespect will have different aspects and different things about them. So we are basically playing as a primal civilization, or a primal culture, that is worshipping a kind of ancient crocodile entity. And it empowers our troops by making them extra poisony. And we also have kind of a corruption style effect where we try to make as much of the world as possible swampy. Who better serve the crocodilians? Sneak around to try to blind this thing even more. Realize before I go for any more actions, let's actually get the lifesteal in. Because these guys still have plenty of damaging effects left. So your different cultures are gonna affect the different units that you have access to. So our cultural units are kind of these axe and shield protector lads for tier 1. You've got your tier 1 darters, which are very similar to your blow dart skinks. And then I think we have the Animus are tier 2, so we'll go ahead and take a look at kind of all the different cultural units that we have access to it. There are, I can't think of the exact number of cultures, but each culture has its own units with their own strengths and weaknesses. And that's that. Headshot. We did it, and we captured this astral wisp as well. We just absolutely can't afford it. Dismiss. Undying Vigilance. The Warden of Metahari collapses with an ear-splitting blend of crackling astral discharges and squeaking metal. For a brief moment, silence ensues, and it appears that Progenitor Golem has exhaled its last mechanical breath. Then, however, to the horror of your troops, the broken pieces start moving again, rearranging themselves into a deranged, crooked version of the Warden's former self. Kept alive by some powerful magic, the progenitor golem clasps its destroyed wings and escapes into the skies. We receive 97 binding essence, which we can use to forge up magical items, very similar to your rune forge with the Dawi. Grimly, you start preparations for the Warden's return. Oh, great. Perfect. I'm glad you're going to be back soon. We'll definitely be preparing for you. So here at the Gallows Tree, our settlement, we will go ahead and put in arcane battlements, since most of our enemies are kind of weak to the magic, so it only costs 50 of our gold. Go ahead, make sure we're well defended. We just need to get into some more fights here. So next turn, after they replenish a bit, we'll go ahead and throw hands with this NPC army too. Harrington has started a war party. Okay. Where? And also bring it. Palisade walls for 60. We can go for that. And whenever your outpost is finished, it will start with the palisade walls. Your throne city, I think, begins with them automatically as part of just being a throne city. We rename this outpost. Not until it's a proper city. You can see here you need 150 Imperium, which is up here, to turn that into a city. So if we actually wanted to, we could ignore the palisade walls and just make this into a city right now, which I'm absolutely going to. Thanks for producing that storehouse. And we also want to get ourselves a secondary hero soon, because you need a governor for each city to give it even further stability. Alright, so we've got a fair few units here. Let's move out to see if we can clap eyes on that raiding party. Oh, I went through our cartographer. That's fine. Small pickup of production. That sounds perfect. Raven, you stay about here. Don't move. You know, this Magelock rifle was glorious. Down here in the underways, we'll keep exploring. Oh, you found yourself a mushroom field. We step closer to here, we can excavate the area. There we go. So it'll take a turn, and this should dig on out here next turn. Come back to the surface. And that should be our turn. Or also a little bit, Rogue Kaiser, if you'd like a better description than I'm capable of providing, I've got the information for the game in the description below. Let's go ahead and fight him. Oh, hang on now. Combat enchantment. Every 2 turns, all non-floating and non-flying units will suffer 20 damage. No. No thanks. Alright then. Let's go ahead and try to clear out this great bird nest. We'll kind of work our way around it. No replenishing is fairly meh. We can catch this storm elemental. We've got 2 different kinds of elementals here. Whirlwind. Deals damage to all adjacent enemies and displaces them. And then a Storm Spirit teleports and creates electrified terrain. Oh, you sound fun. Yeah. Can't be any worse than what we just fought. But let's do it. I am again curious to see what auto resolve does, and then we'll fight it afterwards. Now we lose our birds and our darters. And we capture ourselves some storm spirits. See if we can do any better. Okay, so we've got distraction flowers. Good to know. Big Daddy teleportation over here is going to be nice and scary. So you look like a literal angry storm cloud. What we need to do is draw them over. How far can you teleport with this? Looks like you can teleport for maybe 4 spaces, looks like. Okay, fair.
Uh-huh.
So we'll have you step here and do some healing on our Lightbringer, which I will bring round. And you're actually set up in these trees, and then we'll have Healy Boys start with our hero to give him 3 stacks of Rising Fury. And you can kind of do the same thing here. Stacks of Fury are going to be so important. Right. Everyone else, move your happy selves around to join up with the squad. And defense mode for all of yous. And turn. In they march. We can have you take aim and then immediately get 90% chance to hit on these poor crows. Or I guess 80% chance. Snagging the carrion would be great, but then we're putting our Lightbringers in a pretty dangerous spot. Alright, let's start by taking aim here. Before we do, let's start by, like I said, Ancestral Harmony only costs 5, so we'll go ahead and give this to our Lightbringers, which right now that they have so much temporary health, I'm going to move them up, try to steal one of these units here. I'm more interested in this attack. We have to get all the way here. Alright, so now we kidnap their Aryan birds. Never punished. Go ahead and take aim here. We'll see how much damage we can get on these poor crows. Oh, I thought I said by 80%. Next attack gains 80% plus. Oh, okay, so it doesn't actually make it so it's a guaranteed hit almost. We still got him. We still got him. Little purple line. What's going on here? Let's move the defense boys. Wall going. We do want to be a bit careful. So can you displace with your attack there, Tornado Dad? Harder to hit with physical and magical attacks. Demolisher, Wind Barrier. So he's got double harder to hit with attacks. Weak ties though. Teleports to a target hex and deals damage and creates electrified terrain. So it has to be able to actually reach a target position. So if we get, say, these guys, well, it's giving us them a really good position, isn't it? Let's move about here. They move and we get to clobber them for it. Beautiful. go ahead and use the 5 cost mana heal again. Interesting strategy, like to do the teleport right between. Oh no, right up front. Okay. That's a lot of damage, good grief. Alright, they're focusing all in on the traders. Good to hope for better. We'll heal here, send our crows up to start pecking at these lightning rangers. Oh, our carrion birds. Let's not fly over the lightning terrain. Yeah, 50. Oh, we have to shoot through the trees. Let's fly here then. Clear some space for our mage lock. Again, firing through trees is not. Plus, it has all of the extra benefits of that we saw earlier. Else, they're pretty much all like that. Yeah, that is not with any other debuffs besides just its ability to dodge. Miss. Miss. We grazed him, we'll take it. A 10% chance to hit there. You gotta go for it, right? Okay, you were gonna have a bad day. If we hit the shot, it's gonna do us so much damage. 5%. You shot. See, I didn't expect that. You just shot straight through the woods and took them out instead. Fair. Now we're gonna get retaliated on a little bit. That's okay. I'm sorry, did it punch down the trees? Now we really have no choice but to try to get you out of there. Alright, poison up. Fire that away. And thankfully, we do have our ice. It's the friendly unit takes him out. Oh yeah, our crows. No, we'll just keep our crows can snack on some bodies. No. I don't want that. Crows, if you just kind of turn to face your opponents and go into defense mode, that'd be great. Or vultures, I guess. Alright, sand spirits going after the grim beaks. Oh man, you really don't like these crows. Now all in on taking out my crows. We will heal them. Snow Spirit, if you can come on over and do some... Okay, fair enough. You will not win that fight. Healing, and we've got... And we'll get clobbered a little bit back, but that's fine. Or maybe not. We'll take it. Fly through and finish him off. Go and Twine Thrall. Can't pull them away without getting smacked. You can just give them the spiritual healing, which is what I'll do. Same thing here, just keep healing up the boys. 5% is likely to hit friendlies. Let's try. Never punished. Then our Entwine Thrall. Better, we're gonna just go ahead and make them confused for a turn. Ah, so the distraction makes them flankable from any direction. They all retaliate, so turn towards and then just go into defense mode. That hurts either way. Shouldn't have made them distracted. Such is the way. Hit them with the Holy Bolts. We can deal with just a miss. Ah. Rest in peace, Lightbringers. And rest in peace, Crows. Because we lost the Lightbringers, their Crows are back on their side. Fair. Let's go ahead and heal here. Definitely could have gone better, but they got some pretty good focus fire on us. Speed combat up. Go ahead and do the good old take aim here. Oh, we miss. 5% chance. Hit the one behind. That I absolutely don't mind. 30% chance to hit. That'll do. Only a graze. None of our missiles can really land any hits. We just gotta pray we don't get focus fire too hard here. Oh yeah. Speaking of focus fire, like them real quick. Spike fist, and we'll give them the mage lock. Let's see if we hit our own unit. There it is. We lost some good fighters there, which we don't love so much. I think it went exactly like they said it would. And you can replay those so you get the outcome that you would prefer, but we just won't. Treaty has expired. Food for some gold. We won't really go for any more trading. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and remove the stone from them and give it to Safeword up here in the north. They said they blow stuff up for me, and I'm here for that. I was insulted. You think befriending Helix Hold will help you secure your path to victory? It will be my empire. So you're gonna talk the smack, huh? What we gained for the pact of loyalty that we're working towards. Free City shares its vision, allows building unclaimed provinces, contributes 2 units to the Rally of Lieges, which is similar to your allied recruitment from Total War, and will reinforce in combat against Marauders and Free Cities. Okay, fine. Safe word. Give me that Palantir back. We'll give it to you later. Enjoy. Okay, so your astrologers are expensive. All the bird people. Oh yeah? Kazukan? Kazukira? He's got himself a little dwarven banner. Even our own are too expensive right now. Lush Holt founded. Yeah, no, we're gonna call this one the Pox Pit. That sounds way more nerdlish. And then, here at the Pox Pit, we'll go ahead and grab us a... Ooh, a conduit for Arcanum ore. We just have to karate chop the big golem here out of the way. We probably want just a farm to continue growth here fast. We definitely need to deal with this person. So this is the one that's guarding their camp. And it will not tend to come out to fight you because it's too busy guarding. One turn after it dies, it'll come back to life with 40% of its total hit points and deal 15 fire damage to adjacent units. You don't seem nasty at all. Alright, we definitely need a set production in the Pox Pit. Let's see if we can get you to generate for us more mana. Woodcarver's Workshop, though, gives us draft, production, and food. That actually sounds fantastic. Get even more units while we're here, too. So, honestly, just the good old Primal Darters work fine. They work beautifully. That bit of land has been excavated. We found ourselves a baby phoenix. Nope. Full-grown phoenix. And a horrifying grubworm. A caustic grubworm. No thanks. I think we'll have this scout go on auto-explore. That way we don't necessarily have to worry about it. I don't see your war party. Let's go ahead and send a couple of these units. I would say just the Primal Charger and one of these Darters. We'll bring them over. Glorious. Our yields are a little bit low right now, so we definitely need to get them boosted up or we're in trouble. Move over into friendly territory, that way we get maximum replenishment, and then we'll strike when we feel a little bit better about our overall health pool here. And then probably another Darter just to defend this area. You can create a new bounty. So I can say anyone can take down this great bird nest and I'll give them some goodies. Well, that's pretty cool. So for victory conditions, we are losing in all of them. Good. We've got plenty of quests to get to. We just have to deal with this nest right here, and then we're free. All right, 115 Imperium. Having the secondary Whispering Stone is gonna be pretty useful. Anything else to give us more mana, though? Instantly gain 1,000 mana. Let's see, that would be the way there. Where can you excavate? Alright, let's do that then. You guys go on just watch and wait mode for now. Put you on auto explore one time. I think I'm about to fight you. Jaya Codwell, petty you seem to be. We lose. All right, 20 combat points and world map casting points. Let's go ahead and grab the natural recovery here for plenty of heals. Plenty of heals. Well, we found their roving army now. This didn't look like they were very scary. You guys go in guard mode. And if you're not building any buildings, your city will automatically just produce some merchandise, so you'll generate gold instead. So based on your overall, I believe it is your production, you'll be generating gold, which is pretty cool. We kind of need it. Meyer Megalith counts as a conduit. Mana per forester. Which we can... How many of these guys do we have? You can also switch your provinces around to be different things too. Herbalist is giving us extra food and mana per province with forest or swamps. We need plenty more herbalists then. More mana here. Let's check to see if we can get an herbalist in at the Pox Pit. It's like not until we have the clan lodge. Okay. We go for the quarry, though we can split it down the middle. We get 5 production and 10 food. Let's do that. Annexing a province with an infestation. Any province improvement you will be under constant threat of attack. That's fine. We will be dealing with it as soon as we can, and also trying to get this Fey touched. So we'll be making our race connect with Fey powers, granting them Fey Guile and the ability to ignore vision penalties from Misty, and also accuracy penalties from Clinging Mist, which we'll be using a lot as the Fey. We can't quite make full-on demons because I don't have the... They released a DLC pretty recently that has like astral horrors and things, and that's very similar to just your Eldritch horrors and also demons. You have full-on demons, but they're much more angels and devils kind of demons than your Warhammer demons. Let's get full health and then we'll go fight them. We also have reinforcements coming on over. Do the entwined thrall here for the reinforcements. Make sure we clear that out fast. And then, yeah, let's go ahead and grab the vendor here for more gold. Figure out which improvement would be best for us to snag. Just more farms are quite useful. We have a hefty amount of growth right now. Let's go ahead and control this entrance to the underground. We can do so with... Yeah, the farm's giving us way more yield. Got Fey Touch now. We can go for Conjure a Primal Crocodile. I think it'd be a shame not to. Found a gold vein. Excellent. Go grab. Or not. Or not. Alright, well then our last living scout will send you up this way. One way to turn, and we'll throw heads with the Phoenix then next turn. Oh, mole people don't want to... Oh, good grief. I'm sorry, what? Hello there, Valerie. You're bringing quite the army, aren't you? Oh, and they summoned a new one just in time, didn't they? Alright, well, it's time to hold the line. They clear the Great Bird Nest, they're getting lots of good stuff, but they're also going to be weakening themselves a heap. Now we finally got some proper music. There's nothing worth rushing there, but what I will do is snag myself another hero then next turn. So everyone else just kind of camp out and wait. See what this group does. They're out of friendly territory. They will do a little bit of replenishing, but let's see. They just run for the hills. So that was a good opportunity to try to take them out then. The pettiness here on these Storm Ravens. It's going to immediately take down my... How rude. Getting everyone involved then. We're bringing the whole gang. Yeah, that doesn't matter that much. We're gonna get clapped. Excuse me. Okay, we didn't do too bad. Just the darters took any real damage. That I'll accept. How long before this thing spawns more enemies? Every 0 to 3 turns. There's no telling. Alright, we might have to sacrifice our darters then. Got just enough magic to really lock some enemies in place so we can use the Vine Prison and plenty of heals. What's getting involved? Let's do the thing. Alright, Phoenix. Battle. At least one of our guys probably brought a fire extinguisher or two. Gonna get nice and aggressive. Okay, so what we'll do to start then, begin by healing up Boss Hog proper. Move the defenders to here. Heals. Everyone else will try to bring all in together. We do have to keep in mind the Phoenix will light things ablaze. Looks burning, and it can likely catch the shrubbery and the trees on fire too. So we'll definitely have to keep it in mind. Heal up these darters and give them a couple stacks of Primal Fury. And that'll probably do. Just in the turn, let everyone go into guard mode. Defense modes, same thing. Where are you going, Phoenix? Some interesting strategies here. We can continue to bait you back further into our territory too, so. Mind the... Huh. The retaliation there would be pretty hefty. I was just trying to stay away from my Mage Lock rifle. Which, very fair, this thing's terrifying. Need range of both of us then. How if I take one step back and turn around? Can't reach us, so we're pretty much good here. Bring the Icy Boys up to get ready to have everyone jump the Phoenix, but from there we'll the turn. Oh, I forgot about these guys over here. That would be why they deployed so weird. It is indeed getting late. Gotta try to avoid mistakes like that, though. Alright, so let's do... maybe not Ancestral Healing, but the Roots for the regeneration. We get Lifesteal. Interestingly enough, I don't know if Phoenix is our main target here. Let me see what kind of weakness it is. Weak to frost damage. It looks great though. It really has a hideous stench. Oh no, it's suffering from our own hideous stench. That's what we get. Interesting. So the more we move, we get to cleaving charge. If I move to here, then come on in for doing more damage. Maybe a little bit. That cancels any retaliation, so we'll just move to... That's further than I really wanted to. Get the blowguns. We'll take a graze. Poison attack does about that. We do more from melee. We can use this ability just to blink out of here. Start cracking some mage lock shots in wherever we want. Let's go to here. Only 5% chance, really. So unless you aim, you're not going to be hitting it. You aren't going to be hitting anyone. Shot our own guys in the back. Perfect. Focus fire these crows down. Kill there. We can move up. Blast an icy breath towards the Phoenix. Didn't freeze it, but we did poison and otherwise. Our defender's in trouble. Slow work. Alright, now let's see how the Phoenix plays things. Oh, jeez. Well, prophecy fulfilled. Alright, so let's go for healing on... Oh no. Poison boys move up and start clobbering these crows. Mage lock, you have to take aim and try not to shoot friendlies in the back. There we go. At least flank these clowns. Heal up a little bit from it. Still will take damage from moving away. Oh yeah, get that frost weakness then. Sneak around, hit them with some poison. Or miss. That's fine. Alright, so this one can summon a crocodile next turn. Cleave. 5%, let's see. And shot friends in the back. Unlucky we are indeed. Oh, really? Well, you definitely got me. We'll do healing for 5 here. Take aim. Fire the heavy mage lock. That's right. You can go ahead and summon in a pet crocodile. Our very first Spirit Croc. They do have resistance to Blight, though, the Phoenix, so not doing as much damage as it could. That's them gone. Do we win this duel, or... there's no retaliation, so I'd say yes. Will we win next turn? It's a definite maybe. We do now. Get this Phoenix out of here. Can't res be the last one down. There we go. Now we got ourselves a great axe of provocation. It's got lots of good text. It's got a charge attack, 20% damage, protect a hex travel up to 3 hexes, so you get up to 60% more damage. Cancels defense mode, removes retaliation attacks, and does 40% more damage to undead. That's great. Oh, what a mask of a demon face. I like the demon face mask. Sad it doesn't change what we look like, but still cool. Archery +1, so physical range attacks gain, and 10% damage, 10% accuracy. Still not sure if I want to focus you on and being a rifle lad, but that is lots of fun. Yeah, let's go Fey Blessings. We have plenty of heals. We're definitely gonna need it against the just onslaughts of armies we have coming up against us. Friendly territory, you just gotta stay here. And next is dealing with this big metal golem. Actually, I want the blow dart unit here with Droth. He's missing a really big beastie. Hopefully we're trading here with this Snow Spirit. They are champion tier, so all we gotta do is get them up to 1 more rank, and we can evolve them into a proper Snow Spirit. It's got Freezing Blast and Freezing Phase, so we can do a teleport similar to that big Storm Boy we saw earlier. The province is being pillaged. Not on my watch. Now we do have the gold for a hero to join, and we're gonna make it be one of ours. Otherwise, it's very expensive. You get them for tier 3, but still, prefer to be one of our own. Got Cahill the Dexterous, who is inspiring. What does that give us? Double the morale bonus to itself and allies when killing enemies. Retaliator has 1 additional retaliation attack, and then Censor. All units gain 6 sensing range. Oh, that's pretty incredible, actually. We can use them as a scout. Welcome. Raubin the Archer. We're ambushed there by Grandfather Nurgle's gifts. So what we should do here is find her a nice and Nurgly name. So if you all know of any female champions of Nurgle, I can't think of any off the top of my head here, but shout them on out. We'll get her named up. We also have lots of good items for you. So you've got currently a blowgun. So you can be Oxyidle. Or we could just give her a great axe of provocation. Yes. The axe is the size of her. Perfect. Although we're not fighting demons, so let's just get the normal one. I think this looks goofy. Although she loses her crocodile, so never mind. Crocodile and Blow Dart Gun, you were a interesting new form of skirmish cavalry. I'll have you go join up over here with this other squad. Oh, Governor is set for the box pit. I will fix that, don't you worry. There's a random gathering of lads now, so we'll go ahead and just have Raubin the Archer become the Later, she looks like she needs some good sleep, like me. Getting 12 food and 2 extra mana for being the governor there. Great. Here we definitely just need more mana. Being mana addicted and then not having a civilization fully focused on generating it is a fun challenge. As for our next Imperium bonuses, whenever a new research skill is researched, the knowledge cost of another random skill is reduced by 25%. Extra food from river areas. Let's go ahead and save for just a 1,000 drop into mana. That'll allow us to do pretty much all of the enchantment upgrades we want to do. Expansive reach. Cities may expand to provinces located 2 provinces further from the center. That's pretty cool. Well, they came down to stare at us for a second, then ran away. Every non-floating unit taking 2 damage here from this guy is going to be a mess. What if Aldersolve wants to be kind to us?
Beware. You are engaging combat with a high-tier unit. Unit tiers are shown in the bottom left of their portraits in the army panel.
We have been fighting things that are tier 4. Get out of my face. We lose the Entwined Thrall and the Primal Darter. Yeah, let's see if we can do it. We're going to be taking 20 damage. How many? Hang on now. We'll find out, will we? 20 damage every couple turns seems a little bit silly. Well, every two turns. So we need to get aggressive then. Make sure we know none of our units are not in combat. You go ahead and advance. How far can all of these units move? Just outside of range for most. Let's turn here. Also, our proper move to about this position. Fey Blessing. Thinking miss. We'll do that next turn because it doesn't actually take any of our action points. Here, and actually, we'll give ourselves the Rising Fury. That way we can summon the Crocodile. So we'll give 1 to him, and then we'll see about giving it with the other one too. That way we can summon the Crocodile immediately next turn. We definitely need the help. There we go. Now, so now that one can summon in some help. But instead of using the heals, we'll just use them for their... I think the Snow Spirit is going to make it. We have them flee combat. Yeah, see if we can have this guy with withdraw, because otherwise he's just going to get taken out. Alright, looks good. We'll speed things up just a bit. I didn't think you get all the way in there. Fair enough. Let's see if we can't have you escape. Nearby units will lose morale. Well, that's fine, I don't mind. Otherwise, they're just gonna get taken out by the trimmers, which we absolutely can't have. Okay, so let's go for the cheap heal here. Glorious, everyone gets that life steal. about this position. Go for the cleave. Oh, we didn't get all three. I should have moved to here. That's alright. We can still get a good bit of damage. Before we go for that cleave, though, let's try to get as much damage as possible everywhere else. Got a grazing attack, unfortunately. That damage up. Oh, good. Really? Shoots friendlies twice. I did it, boss. Did indeed. Go ahead and take aim. Having this many actions is just glorious. Now we will heavy mage lock to try to deal with this unit. One stack of Rising Fury. They do get to retaliate. That's fine. It's up to 5 stacks of Fury. Excellent cleave. Add a poison blast in there. Use summon in the crocodile. Let's do so as close to the enemies as we can. Oh, I moved too far. Yeah, that's what you get. Also, all 3 of your action points. Don't move if you want to summon. Thrall's gonna get jumped by everyone, but we might want to sacrifice at least one. There we go. We'll take a grazing strike as long as it's not on our own for the units. Youch. Oh, that was so much damage. Alright, turn's ours. Let's get regeneration here. And now lifesteal's ours. Things look a little bit dire, but they're fine. Oh, we got absolutely played. I should have summoned the crocodile before. Finish this unit off as long as we don't get unlucky. Super unlucky. Alright, well, let's cancel any retaliation out of these guys. Don't get much movement out of it. First strike is what it is. Poison spray. Don't have a high chance of hitting, so let's just run up and stab these guys. Let me graze them. Yeah, it's still better than being stuck here, so let's go ahead and move away. Give him a little bit of a poison blast. We graze again. How unfortunate. Take aim. Fire. Boom, headshot. And now we'll move on around. Blast through the Fine Thrall, you're in a bit of a bad spot. Let's go ahead and face this guy here and go into defense mode. Yeah, kept him alive, which is all we really needed there. Although, no. Oh, you cheeky rats. The focus fire. First, get that lifesteal. Actually, summon the crocodile in here this turn. Go for even more heals onto this group. Crocodile of Doom, let's go hunt down pikemen. You get retaliated regardless. Get those 3 shots. It shoots friendly in the back. Love to see it. We shut down our own regeneration immediately. Hit if we move. Let's go ahead and get the retaliation on the thrall then. Move lots, but it didn't seem to matter that much. Maybe that's not exactly how it works. Let's go ahead and take aim one last time. At you. Ooh, a grazing shot. So lucky. Look at that first strike retaliation, but we'll heal up any damage they dealt. Especially with a crit. Ah, horribly stinky boys. Alright, I don't actually know if we need the lifesteal this turn, but we're still gonna go for it because it is. Oh, no, we didn't even. We really don't need it. We shall finish them. Immune to poison. Spirit Croc, so good. Retaliate. See if we can just That looks like we're not quite lucky enough. Before we go for the Protector, where is Boss Log at? We'll go ahead and give the Protector, move up 1 space here, give him the Fey Blessing so he's less likely to be hit back, and then charge him. I think he took damage back. So it says 60% chance to hit. What's causing that to be so low? Couldn't tell ya. He doesn't have any. Droth doesn't have any debuffs right now, but 5% is pretty bad. Oh, it's shooting through the trees or shooting through teammates. Let's do it. Never punished. That's right. There we go. Now this is all cleared up. That's a draw. Come on back into the territory for maximum heals. We will expand our province to snag ourselves a new conduit. 54 magic, that is so much better than we had going in before. Ah, you're angering me. I'm warning you, if you keep going like this, I will see an end to your reign right here. I still don't know what I've done to you, but sure. Goodbye. Valerie? You have lost this war, but I do not wish to cast you into the void. Take the knee and join me in glory. They ask of us to become a vassal. So you don't lose any resources? I mean, we're not doing that, but it's waste no words. Only the field of battle will our differences be settled. Yeah, it seems like you're kind of weak though, so be careful. Set this blow dart gunner up in god mode. Yeah, interesting. Harrington, they sent out a raiding party, but they got lost. Arcanium ore unlocks infusions from the item forge related to physical damage, physical defense, and knockback. For its global effects, we get to hurry recruitment for 25% cheaper. Oh, that's pretty solid. Spirit Hall will get us access to the Ancestral Wardens, which I believe is just about our highest tier unit. Alright then, so from here... saving so we can get... level 1 Wizard Tower is probably a good call. Gives us extra Imperium, more vision range as well. Fire Megalith here. Interestingly enough, doesn't give you any... That's weird. All the same, this is giving us 31 more food than we had previously, so... not bad, but we don't need more food here. We need mana. So we shall come on in and grab the obelisk if we have nothing to do in the Pox Pit. Have Vendor for even more gold would be nice. We'll save here for next turn. Oh, they're mad. Get over yourselves. Oh, we have no choice. We have to continue to expand. Okay, so maybe our growth needs to chillax a little bit. We'll just go ahead and snag the quarry then about here. We almost look Skaven. Combining those armies up together. And we continue your merry trip through fiery depths of hell. Perfect. And that should be our turn. We should now have the Imperium for... oh, not quite. We also need to build up the Astral score, which will take us 4 more turns. Enough. We'll keep saving our Imperium too then. We'll leave you on guard duty while we send Droth over here to go after the trial then. Try to make friends with the Krasura. Right, guard here. We get more population. We're already -5, so it'd be a bad call. We can already. We get no choice. Oh, that gives us only 2 food. Quarry out in the middle of nowhere there. Yeah, let's do the Forester. We'll claim this section of woods for the Pox Pit. Wonder why we can't expand down this way. We could. I missed it. What new war party? Bring it on then, Harry. Oh, here he is. He's sending Jaya Codwell, the small-headed corn pigeon. Lightning staff of magic missile. Oh, he's bringing me some good items to steal too. Perfect. You'll love to see it. Well, he's right next to us. You sure this is gonna go the way you think it will? One archer, 1 pikeman. Destroy. Oh, a risky battle. Risky business. This is the only way to teach Harrington a lesson. Look at their, he looks like a parrot. It's the Parrot Pope. How far can you move with your crazy lightning? Fires a bolt of magic that cannot miss. It does a lot of damage, too. %100 chance to hit any of these guys here. He's a very effective. Very effective leader here. Let's do it. We'll be relying on the vines from below to get him. Bit of zappery there. Spreading their own units out because they heard me say I was going to drop the vines down, so we'll do that here. They're really not any good spots. We do have the lifesteal we want, though. Apparently there's no flanking that unit. Via the blowgun. Feudal training. Super growth. I'm trying to figure out what was going on here. 10 hit points and 1 retaliation attack. Interesting. That's why these guys are so chunky. I will blow down these archers then. Yeah, we're getting real unlucky. 2 grazing hits. Missed there. Okay. Guard mode then. I'm sorry, what? Seismic shock? We haven't fought another empire in a while. They have spells too. Fair. All of those, they wiped out all of them in one go. How many attacks do you get? Didn't show the true meaning of war here, alright. We drop these. Wait, grazing them. Gotta do some proper damage. Try to regenerate here. We get some nice flanking hits. Raised, really? I can also lock this mage into. Got a quick strike that does pretty good damage though. Yeah, let's do it. We get hit back twice, but we also do regenerate a bit of that health. Jeez. These are some thick birds. Made them wet. Oh, good on you, poison. Let's blank you. Let's first give the heals. Got the fire crocodile, gets you 30. Blank in here. I got spooky for a second, just because of their abilities. Blow gun it up. Rovi hero. This is not their their leader. Running for the hills. Oh, you fumbled it. Finish him off. Yeah, try harder next time there. Parrot pirate. I also can't believe after seeing what their abilities were, I can't believe you won. Pull back. We need more units. You come to help. Luckily, Helix Soul will be defending our north too. All right, sweet. The remains of Jaya Codwell have been collected. Well, that's not dark. Poison weapons, lightning weapons. More inspiring leader for upkeep production. Let's go poison weapons. Looky there, we could sell those remains for 100 gold. You just got us a ghost. We've got a ghost in our crypt. Take his things? Why not? I'd very much like to. Set production here in the gallows tree. Let's go for... I'm pretty sure if you have the right crypts and the right kind of research, you can even resurrect heroes that you've slain from enemy factions, turn them into zombies. Which is pretty cool. Yeah, we need stability, fortunately. We have to see to the people before they see to us. They embrace. Place down some mist clouds, and then friendly units gain 2 status effects. Let's get blight blades. We've already got the poison range attacks. We need poison missiles or melee too. Alright, sweet. So we continue to kind of not doing the best job of saving, but I would love to save for this Fey-touched minor transformation. Turn our cultists into fairy cultists. Maybe more of a Slanesh thing. A new rally is started. If you wish, we could grab some spell shields. Alright. For 80 gold. Or a chaplain. Purchase merchandise going on there. You keep on your merry way to go throw hands with a couple of Earth Spirits or nothing compared to what we just been dueling with here. Alright, great. Spells ready to cast. I'm gonna go ahead and ignore those, thank you. Phillips Gold Wolves through. You've got orders. Can you take down any Spirit Wolves? I think probably best to do some replenishing and then we'll bring everyone in together. Alright, come on over this direction. Digging this out, I don't think it's going to be very useful for us. It's all we can really do though, so that's what we'll do next turn. Alright, back to Dolphin. Turn there. Looks like we're with the Phoenix too now. I don't know if we were previously. You have been a thorn in my side for long enough. Prepare for war. But why? My pronouncement is that you smell. Somehow worse than Nurgle's followers. Alright, so now we've got war with the bird people too, which are probably in our south. And the only way to stop it is then by doing these challenges. Alright, fair.
Uh-huh.
Let's get over there then. No more heroes, but we can set production up in... We're not the box bit yet, we'll wait. Yeah, we're gonna put a forester in here. Annexing all over the place, but doing so would put us at -20. Which, as long as we're at unstable, we're just taking a hit to income by 10%. Don't really love to see that. So let's save. We can take out the... well, no, there's no reason to save it. We can get some more yields. So let's get more production then at this quarry here. You guys move up and smack these icy wolves. You not excavate? Doesn't look out of reach to me. There you go. Yeah, let's get in that clan lodge. Perfect. Everywhere is mad at us. Yeah, you expand too much. You have to fight both, or is it one at a time kind of thing? If it's one at a time, we can easily win. The Trial Warden. Halt. She exclaims with authority. The ritual site may only be entered by the participant and the participant alone. Without friendly armies. I must respect the rules. So is it a one-on-one here with these guys? Sure. Oh. So you have to remove everyone from your squad and go by yourself?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Interesting. We didn't get great research this time. Actually, Fulmination is dropping 15 lightning damage on the enemy. Not a terrible idea. Activated up a Spirit Hawk. We'll take it. Oh, good. We ran all the way around them and good old misclicks. I'm thinking that might be a good indication that it's getting a little bit late, so I will thank you all so much for stopping by today's stream of Age of Wonders 4. We've done a good bit of dueling with a couple of the other factions. We didn't get to fight these guys because they ran away, but they've got, looks like, some gremlins. Oh, I thought it was, I was messing. It really is a gremlin. He looks like splashing water on these guys as a trip. Oh. Demon monkeys. Cool. Well, we will pick things up here sometime next week with Age of Wonders. Thank you all so much for stopping by the stream. It's been a good bit of fun. I'll see y'all next time.